If you clicked on this video, you're probably thinking this is another Miami guru trying to sell you on some course or program. And I get why you say that, because every single person that makes videos like this is trying to sell a course or program. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can make anywhere from 3 to 7K a month consistently with this side hustle. And it has to do with selling courses on behalf of other people. So instead of being one of those course gurus, you basically just help them sell courses and you get a percentage of what you sell. Probably sounds confusing, but it's basically a commission-based sales job where you work with those like fitness influencers and business gurus that sell a bunch of mentorships. You basically are the person collecting the payments, handling objections, and selling all the leads in their DMs, and you get a commission on everything you sell. Because those gurus are too busy making content, TikToks, all that stuff to actually respond to the leads that want to buy from them. So you do that and get a percentage on everything you sell. This is the business model I did to go from working as a server 1 year ago to making $30,000 to $40,000 a month in pure commission. I'm gonna break down every single thing you need to do to get into this industry. And if you guys actually want to do it full time, get some caffeine, take some notes on it. I'm gonna break down every single thing you need to know. If you like this style of content, I'm literally helping you guys make free money. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like this style of content. And yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so I just switched over to my laptop and I'm whipping up the Miro board for you guys so I can literally break down this industry from A to Z. And I'm also telling you guys why I'm trying to help you with this, because you're probably sitting here watching, why are you trying to help me with a side hustle that you could just do yourself? Why would you saturate your own industry? And I'll get into that in a second. But before I do that, I just want to let you guys know, I want to briefly go through my 1 year come up story with proof so you guys can actually see that I did this. And none of these gurus can show their real proof, okay, with actual pictures. In March 15th, 2024, I started an appointment setting position where I was basically working for a fitness influencer that was selling a fitness product. You guys have probably seen on Instagram, they're selling like weight loss guides or like how to gain muscle in 30-day guides. Those are the people that you start working for. Okay, so I started working as a sales rep, AKA an appointment setter for one of these gurus selling his fitness program. And I would basically set appointments onto his calendar of people that wanted to buy his fitness program. So all his fans that would DM him on Instagram saying, hey, how do you get jacked like that? Like, what sort of diet do you follow? I would call those people up, qualify them, and book them on the calendar of the influencer, and he would sell them into the program, and I would get a commission on everything he sold. As you guys can see right here, this is the first job I've had that I actually kind of enjoy, and I'm about to double the money at my 9 to 5. So I basically would book all these people, Ricardo, 11 a.m., Donovan, 3 p.m. Friday, and all these people were the followers of an influencer that wanted to buy a fitness program from him, and I would basically book them in and sell them into the program, okay? So March 15th, March 18th, I had 5 calls booked and qualified. So throughout March, I was fully doing appointment setting. I was setting appointments on behalf of influencers. I ended up getting pretty good. In May, every 2 weeks, I was doing like 20K cash collected, so I was making anywhere from like 2 to 4K a month consistently from doing this. By the end of May, I was doing over 100K a month in revenues. I was making like 5 to 8K a month, which was more than enough money for me to quit my 9 to 5 job. So I started, posting my content and stuff like that. 4 months ago, I was running around serving tables. I just closed $83,000 in sales for my laptop. In the span of like 60 to 120 days, I completely transitioned from my 9 to 5 to doing internet sales fully, because I was just working for influencers and selling the warm leads that already wanted products. I would literally just sell people in the DMs of influencers that already wanted to buy the product, that already trusted the influencer, and got a commission on everything I sold. So by June, I was doing $10,000 days, $1,000 commission days over and over. I just sit on this laptop all day long, sell people on behalf of influencers, and get paid. Ended up buying a Tesla by July, over $400,000 by August, with this literal shitty setup, and then ended up moving out of my hometown. Ended up moving up, ranking up, ended up closing up to $43,000 in a single week, which was $4,000 in commission a week, so about 20K a month. I was selling these people at a 69, 70% rate, $40,000 in commissions, $34,000 in commissions. So I've done this. These are all the results. These are real results. And then eventually over time, I started helping my friends out. My buddy Steph, who was doing some other online stuff, wanted to make a little bit of side cash. He started getting into appointment setting and started to make money. He did $23,000 cash collected, which is about $1,000 in commission for that week. So I ended up helping people starting to make money doing this, because it's such a doable way, and all these influencers need good sales reps that are trained. So I helped people do that, got them onto these jobs because I built a connection with these influencers over time, and just started helping people. So I was able to buy watches, cars, all the materialistic stupid stuff. But yeah, here's just some proof so you guys can see that I actually did it. And the way I actually did it was by combining SMMA, dropshipping, and trading all into one. I'm just kidding. I did it from obviously what I was talking about. It's called remote sales. Okay, so all you do is you partner up with an influencer, whether it's a fitness influencer, an e-com creator, Iman Gaji style creator that's selling a course or program or mentorship or something that helps people with fitness or makes money that you can charge for. And I basically sit in their DMs all day and I sell all the people that want to buy their product. So it fits around your job or schedule. The results depend on you. It's completely commission based. So if I sell a $1,000 fitness program on behalf of an influencer, I get $100 every single time I do that. So you can start earning in literally just 14 days. I started started earning in like 7 days with zero upfront capital or skill. You just need a laptop and be able to speak somewhat well. So to break it down, here's kind of how it works. So number one, there's an influencer, right? There's an influencer that sells some course or mentorship. You guys have seen them, the fitness influencers, business influencers, for over $1,000. They obviously don't have time to talk to leads. They're too busy making TikToks, making content and stuff like that. So they hire someone like me to come in and take all the calls for the influencer because they just don't have time for it. Pretty simple. It makes sense, okay? So here's a real example. You're selling a $4,000 offer for an influencer. You hop on 4 calls a day, 5 days a week. You're closing about 25% of those calls, $400 each sale, 10% commission. That's $8,000 a month. Obviously, that's a great case scenario, which I did end up replicating. It's obviously not as easy. It's easier said than done, but this is the general baseline of an example of what you can do. I'm gonna step-by-step break down how you guys can get into this for free, and I'm also gonna show you why I want you guys to get into this, because you're still probably wondering, why is this kid trying to saturate his own market if he's making so much money doing this? I'm gonna explain to you guys in a second, okay? So, number one, how to find your first offer. An offer is essentially an influencer that's selling something, whether it's, lose weight in 30 days or how to gain muscle with this weight guide. You have to find an offer to sell for, right? If you have no offer to sell for, you're not making any money, right? So if you have a bad offer, you lose money, you waste time, you miss opportunities. So the biggest tip is to stay away from trends. You guys probably see those influencers talking about, crypto meme coins, talking about, trends that come and go. You don't want the ones that are borderline scams and probably has a young audience, okay? You want to focus on evergreen markets. So influencers that talk about health, influencers that talk about relationships, influencers that talk about wealth. Those sort of evergreen markets are going to stay around forever, which means that you're going to make a lot of money in commission if you work for them, okay? It solves fundamental problems and attracts serious buyers, not just little 18 to 20-year-old kids. You want to attract good people that have money because it's going to be a lot easier to sell. With that being said, you want to find a great influencer that talks about these topics, okay? So some really good requirements that you guys want, really good requirements is you want them to be generally small, okay? So if they're too big, if they have millions of subscribers, they're probably not going to respond to you. They probably already have a sales team. So if you as a beginner want to get on one of these offers, you need to find someone with 2 to 50K subscribers on YouTube, okay? YouTube is the best because it's long form content. So if people are willing to watch a really long YouTube video on fitness, they're probably more likely to buy a fitness program than someone that just watches a reel for like 30 seconds, right? Number 2 is make money online or health. I'm going to put plus, my handwriting's terrible, but add plus health right there. So make money online or health. There's a bunch of testimonials and student results, meaning that they've gotten people actual results in the past, and the offer has been around for at least 6 months. So for example, here are some really good creators, okay? This guy has 154K, but still a great example. All he talks about is Shopify niches, how to start doing e-commerce. He doesn't get that many views. He probably has so many people reaching out to him saying, hey, how do I get into e-commerce? Can you teach me one-on-one? Can you teach me how to do this? So your job would be reaching out to all those people on behalf of this Ari guy and selling them into the program, and then you get a commission on everything you sell. So this is a great niche. This guy right here, he does Amazon wholesale, so he basically helps people get into Amazon. DM me Amazon. He probably gets so many people to DM him every single day to get mentored one-on-one, but he obviously doesn't have time to go in his DMs and talk to all those people. That's where you come in. Money Mind Unfiltered, all this guy talks about is making money from videos, making money from TikTok or YouTube or whatever it is. He probably, once again, has a lot of people reaching out to him asking for mentorship, and that's where you come in and sell them. So this is where you find them. How to find them is you can basically do the how-to method, which I talk about. You can basically how to start e-commerce on YouTube, and you can go through the creators. You can go to YouTube and search up how to start getting fit in 2025 or how to start e-commerce in 2025 and click search, and you'll find a bunch of creators like this that are, talking about how to make money online. You can go to their bio and usually find their email address, and you can either cold email them to be a sales rep for them, or you could go to their Instagram and DM them to be a sales rep for them. That's a way to do it. I'll teach you guys a more effective way to do it, but this is but if you have nothing but time, you might as well just cold outreach these people and hope they respond. You can also do the suggested tab method. You can go to people on Instagram that are pretty big in the info product space or sell a lot of courses. So you could find people, and then there's a little tab that says suggested, usually like right here, that drops down people similar to them, and you could basically just follow all these people that are probably pretty big. All these people probably sell courses, and you can outreach them to be a sales rep for them. Okay, that's also a way to do that. So once you actually find someone that you want to work with, how are you going to outreach them correctly? All right, so number 2 is landing a job. I personally helped over 200 reps get on their first offer with 0 experience, so I know exactly what works, and you're only gonna get hired in 2 different ways, okay? Number 1 is just cold outreach. This sucks, it takes time, it takes effort, it's really annoying to do cold outreach over and over and get left on red time and time again, but it can potentially work. And the most effective way that we've seen is send a first message that's guaranteed to be open, okay? The biggest mistake you can do is send your pitch right away because no one's gonna open it. So focus on getting replies first by your subject line, start your email with a personalized line, or send a message message to reach your primary inbox, okay? And then once you get them to open it up, an example of this is I had some kid DM me. He DM'd me on Instagram, and it's so stupid. I can't believe it got me to open it, but it said, I can't believe you did this, ... And so I opened it up, and then he said, just kidding. I just want you to check out my Loom video to be a sales rep for me. That's a pretty creative way for me to open up that DM and actually watch the Loom. I didn't end up hiring him, but still, it got me to open it up. And if I did like the Loom, I probably would have hired him. So I'm talking about Loom. So Loom is basically a video of you talking real quick, kind of similar to this, on why you should hire XYZ as a setter or a sales rep for your business, okay? This is by far the most important part because the only thing that they want to hear is how well you speak, because you are going to be a sales rep on behalf of them. So if you have a heavy Indian accent or you're not very well spoken, it's going to be pretty tough for you to land your first job. So send a 1 to 2 minute Loom highlighting your strengths and selling yourself. If you guys want to click the first link in my bio, I have an exact example of what you guys can send, like an exact framework that my buddy Yuli made that got him over 14 interviews in his first 2 weeks with 0 experience. So if you guys want to see that video, click the first link in my bio. It's in my high ticket sales community. So if you guys want a Loom video example, fill that out and I'll send it to you. So this is the first one. Cold outreach is the first way. And if you want to do cold outreach, you got to play the volume game. I mean, if you have nothing else but time, do not expect to land your first interview and your first email. Luck is a big factor here, just to be completely transparent, right? Maybe you reach out to one of these guys and they just happen to fire one of their sales reps. They're desperate to find a new one and they check their email at that exact time. You got lucky, right? Sometimes that's going to happen. But if you want a guaranteed way to get a role, you're going to have to go through your network, okay? So the most common way that they get sales reps is through the sales managers. All these creators and stuff, they have sales managers that manage their sales team. So sales managers ask their network for a great sales rep to join the team. When I say their network, I mean people like me, people that work with a lot of sales reps, people that run sales training programs that have access to a lot of sales reps. Typically, those are the people that get asked to be sales reps. But the problem is it takes a lot of time and experience to build a network in this space. So the only way to go around that is to join a network of sales reps. So obviously I'm going to pitch you guys on what I have here because I've helped over 300 reps get their first offer. We run a program called PIF where we basically have a software that has over 160 different influencers, very, very well-known influencers that post jobs every single day to find high ticket sales reps. So if you guys want access to that job board, I'll put like a screenshot of kind of what it looks like here. We had over 22 different job hirings come in yesterday from massive influencers in the space that you guys definitely see on your For You page all the time that need good sales reps. If you guys are willing to go through a little bit of training and get guaranteed job roles, you can just buy your way into it. But if you have no money and nothing but time, you can do a little bit of cold outreach. But if you're sick of doing cold outreach, you could genuinely just buy your way into a network and get a guaranteed job position. Like I said, you guys can take all this advice and do it for free. You can go and you can do cold outreach and you can find an influencer with the how-to method, like I said. But if you want to speed up the process, obviously it'd be stupid if I didn't pitch you guys what I do. You'll get a guaranteed sales role in the next 30 days. No outreach, no BS sales training. You'll get trained up exactly the way I did to get those 20, 30K a month commission checks. You'll get my scripts. You'll get live calls that I've done in the past. You'll get everything from A to Z. You'll get 6 coaching calls a week just to make sure you guys are up to par, and you'll also get job opportunities directly handed to you. It's literally a no-brainer. This is why all these students in here just rip every single day. Get an offer after not even a day of outreaching, 5K a month offer, less than a weekend, just hopped on his first offer, 6 out of 6 appointment settings today, 4 days in a setter has his first paid in full deal, 10K day from Jaden. I mean, we have so many offers. If you guys want to see all the testimonials, we have like a disgusting amount of them, my second link in bio. But yeah, hopefully this gave you guys some sort of insight and you actually took notes on this. And if you guys are not making at least 5 to 6K a month after watching this video, you aren't even putting in the effort. It's so beyond doable. It's the same way that I quit my 9 to 5 after literally 45 days of doing this. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this style of video. And if you did, please drop a like. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. All I talk about in here is remote high ticket sales and the lifestyle that comes with it. So if you guys want to see the journey, please subscribe. And if you guys want anything specific, drop it in the comments and I'll make a video on it. Other than that, thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.